Hello everyone. I hope you are fit and fine. Today in this video we are going to discuss about a critical appreciation of the poem Have You Ever Seen? Already we had discussed this particular poem in the last session, and today we will see critical appreciation of this poem with poetic devices. So without wasting the time, let's start with the critical appreciation of Have You Ever Seen? So let's see. So we all know it very well. Whenever we are attempting this particular question, which is all about critical appreciation, we need to discuss about five important points: title, poet, rhyme scheme, figure of speech, and the last one is very important: theme or central idea of the poem. So we all know it very well. The title of the poem, that is, the title of the poem is Have You Ever Seen, which is catchy one. It means it attracts the attention of the readers. So that's the specialty of the title. So the second point here we need to discuss, which is poet. So we all know it very well that this poem has been written by anonymous person. It means we don't know about the particular person who has written this poem. So this poem has been written by anonymous person. The third important thing here we need to discuss, that is rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of this poem is very simple. The poet has used the pattern AB AB. It means first line and third line, these are the rhyming pairs. So, in the whole poem, the poet has maintained this rhyme scheme, that is AB, AB. The next thing, figure of speech. So many figures of speech used by the poet. But of course, we need to discuss here only one figure of speech with an example. So let's see. The first example: does the needle ever wink its eye? So here we have personification. This figure of speech we have in the above line. Do you know why? Because here the needle is given the human quality of winking in the sentence. So of course here we have the personification. And the last important point, theme or central idea of the poem. So here the poet makes use of homographic puns, and of course he would like to create the humor with a play on words. So he would like to use such kind of the words which created the humor. A clever use of words has been used to create humor and poke fun at the absurd usages in the English language. So this is the central idea of the poem. And in each and every line of the poem, I have already told you that we have the pun. Pun is a poetic device. We will discuss it afterwards. So this is all about critical appreciation. In the examination, this question you will have for 5 marks. If you have written it in a good way, you will get out of marks. So after this, we are going towards the next point, that is all about figures of speech used in the poem. So the first figure of speech here I would like to discuss with you, that is alliteration. So alliteration, already know it very well because you have learned this figure of speech in the previous standard. But once again we are going to revise it. So let's see. Alliteration is a term to describe a literary device in which a series of words begin with the same consonant sound. So it's very important that here this is a literary device in which series of words or maybe word is repeated with a same consonant sound. This is not about vowel sounds, right? So this is all about consonant sound. In English, we have total 12 pure vowels and we have 24 consonant sounds. I'll tell you something about it afterwards. But here we are now going to discuss about the example. So the example is like this: or a single hair from a hammer's head. So here we have two words, hammers and head. Both the words started with the same sound. That is, her sound is there, hammers and head. And due to that, her is a consonant sound. This is not a vowel sound. So the sound of her is repeatedly used for poetic effect, because we all know it very well that little devices poet used to make an idea clearer and more memorable. So this is all about alliteration. Now we are moving towards the next figure of speech, that is antithesis. Maybe this figure of speech is new for you. So let's pay attention here. Antithesis, the meaning of the word antithesis is opposite. And of course, this rhetorical device in which two opposite ideas are put together in a sentence to achieve a contrasting effect. So here you will get two opposite ideas in the same line. Let's take the example. So here the example is, have the hands of a clock any left or right? So which two words are there which are opposite to each other? I hope you have guessed the correct answer. So here two opposite words we have in the line, that is left or right. These are the two opposite words, and of course due to that here we have antithesis. So antithesis, remember we have the opposite ideas in the same line, right? So after the discussion on antithesis, we are moving towards the next figure of speech, that is personification. Already we have discussed it, but still let me tell you about it. When inanimate objects or ideas are given human qualities, so whenever human quality is given to the inanimate thing, that time remember we have the figure of speech that is called as personification. So here I have written one example, that is, are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? So of course rake is an instrument which is used in the farming activities, and of course this rake has given the human quality of biting. So here due to that we have the figure of speech which is called as personification. So this is all about personification. So let's move towards the next one. The pronunciation of this particular word is onomatopoeia. What is it? Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a figure of speech in which words evoke the actual sound of the thing they refer to or describe. It means if the word indicates the sound of any one of the object or human being or maybe animal. So that time remember it is called as onomatopoeia. And here I have taken one example. And what is the sound of a bird's bark? So barking is the quality of a dog, and this quality is given to the birch. Birch is a type of tree. So this quality is given to the tree. And of course tree is not able to bark. So this human quality is transferred to the inanimate thing, that is tree. And so due to that remember this is onomatopoeia. I hope your concept of onomatopoeia is clear now. So after this, I would like to discuss with you the common figure of speech which is used in this poem, that is pun. Pun, when words with the same spelling or pronunciation are used in such a way that they convey more than one meaning. The figure of speech involved is called pun. Take the example, hello, how is life? Hell, oh, it's a stripe. So it means here the poet has used the same or similar kind of the pronunciation to create the humor. And whenever such kind of the thing is used, we can say that here we have the figure of speech which is called as the pun. So this is all about the poetic devices which used in the poem. I hope the concept of critical appreciation and the poetic devices used in this poem are clear now. So I would like to thank you for your kind cooperation. Stay home, stay safe.